T-Man 978 Show Review. Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Today I'm going to be reviewing a figure that I've been waiting for so long I forgot it was even coming out. I looked up and found this as well. So look for this tomorrow or sometime way after this review. Look in the description. I might already, if it's the next day, the review is probably already up. But anyway, here we have World of Nintendo 4-inch Toon Link, or just Link as they call him. He's from Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD. Specifically, they actually specify that HD part on the packaging. He's really cool. And just in case you want to see the packaging, I took pictures of it. And you should be seeing it right here. Here's the front of the packaging. Get a nice good look at that. And here is the rear of the packaging. Get a nice good look at that and the other figures that are out on the bottom. Of course, I didn't want every figure, so yeah. These World of Nintendo figures are rather freaking hit and or miss. But I like this figure right here. His hat doesn't move or anything. He has a lot of articulation. Like he has 2 points at both shoulders, so he can go all the way around and go out. He has like a universal joint in his elbow right here. So not only can he go up and down, he can actually rotate and actually twist and whatnot in the forearm. If you want his arm straight, you can put it like that and rotate the hand around, covering the joint, but it might look a little bit weird depending on how you look at that. He has a waist, he has outward movement, and he can kick forward. Unfortunately, what I don't like, they have this cut in his tunic right here, so his legs can go forward and go out a bit. But they didn't put a cut on this side, which is extremely freaking weird to me. But he does have one bend at the knee right there, and the head is just on a ball joint. Accessories, he comes with this shield. You can see the details on that. Very reminiscent of the game. Note, this thing is made out of a completely pliable material right there, even the handle. It's designed to fit in his right hand, because Link is left-handed. And as you can see, he has a hole in his back with the product details on the back of his tunic. That hole is designed to fit this sword sheath right here. And it can fit in his back sideways. And he comes with a little sword that unfortunately has some imperfections due to the packaging. The way it's packaged anyway. Let me put my hand in front of it. But as you can see that dent in it, maybe you could pretend this is battle worn. But this is completely pliable as well, and it can fit in his right hand. I mean left hand. Shit. Sorry. Getting there. It's a little bit difficult putting both of these weapons in the hands because they're pliable and whatnot. But he does a good job of moving it around. And the thing to remember when you're trying to position the shield, you might as well just move the arm however you want it and then move the hand. Because changing his hand with this little handle is difficult because it's so pliable. But he looks really nice. You can get him in the poses, but definitely you will need a stand because this guy with these feet right here, and he doesn't have any ankle pivot, and his head is heavy as crap. He's going to be doing a lot of falling over. But I didn't show this off. His sword can go into the sheath right there. And if you're clever with it, you can put this around that. So now you can pose them like this. And even without a Wind Waker, he can get into those good Wind Waker poses. And I think I forgot to mention that he has a waist right here, waist rotation, which can look weird because of the way it's molded. But lucky me, I bought this KO a few months ago, and now that this guy's out and he's posable, I wish I didn't do that. Of course, this Nendoroid Link right there, or KO Nendoroid Link, it's more of a posable statue to me, to be honest. Because it's not fun to pose, and as you can see, the pieces falling off because it's a KO. But his accessories, this nice shiny sword, can actually fit into Link's hand. This came off because you're supposed to slide this handle through the Nendoroid figure's hand. So if you have something like this, and this guy was only like 17 bucks on eBay, you can give him a nice metal shiny sword instead of this dull sword, and this is made out of a hard plastic. But you can see the two differences in design. I think this is more closely resembles the game. Also, the shield that came with this figure right here is a little bit darker, but it's made out of a completely hard plastic. It has a skinnier handle. I mean, he can get it in his hand, but as you can see, I have a use for this thing since I don't really care about it anymore. I can give him his accessories. Yay. But one last accessory that I'll show off. No, I'm going to show off two more accessories. The Wind Waker. Maybe you could wrap something around this handle because he doesn't hold this tight at all. But you can still pose him like he's using the Wind Waker. I mean, he does have a mad expression, which does ruin the moment, but there's that right there. But, and I'll show him with this heart. I mean, he doesn't look happy to be receiving it, but this is another accessory that comes with the Nendoroid. To recap, he only comes with this sword and sheath and the shield. All the other stuff comes with the other figure. But I really enjoy this figure. For another comparison, here he is next to Bowser Jr., which is another World of Nintendo 4-inch figure that I really like. You can see how they differ. And I have one more comparison. Here he is next to Figma Link, and as you can see, he is capable of holding his Master Sword, which is very cool. I did a review on him. Of course, I'll put a link to that in the description. But, yeah, as you can see, this little thing is very cool. World of Nintendo is very good at making like a budget version of high-end figures. I don't know if they have a high-end Toon Link out right now. If they do, let me know in the comments. But here's an idea I have for Jakks Pacific. Jakks Pacific. Let me make sure I sound that out right, because it always sounds like I'm saying Pacific. If they're already making this, and let me know in the comments as well. But since these are budgets, they cut away at certain features. Like this thing could have went the extra mile if it had an extra neck joint so it can look down and look up. And if it could let you rotate the hat out of the way. Like you can rotate this, and you can rotate the Figma Link's hat. And if they could have added thigh rotation and maybe ankle pivot. I don't know if they could do that with the way his feet are designed, but you know what I mean. And maybe an ab rocker or something like that, and wrist that hinge in and out. If they made $15 to $20 versions of these, I know they could go the extra mile and they could get a lot more money because people are willing to pay a lot of money for these little figures. Because this dude originally retailed at $50. I didn't pay $50, but if they could throw in some extras, like give him some like extra items and whatnot, and some extra articulations for just $20, people would jump all over that. So feel free to use that if you're not already using it, Jakks Pacific, because I think that would be a good thing to do. You could still keep with these cheaper figures, but also give us some like higher end stuff with better paint and more accessories and more articulation. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, let me know by clicking the like button. Watch one of the 2 videos I'm going to put right there. Subscribe, I guess I'll put it right here. Share, comment, all that good stuff right there. Everything that I'm putting up here is going to also be in the comments, and not in the comments, in the descriptions, and I may also put a card up, so look out for all that. Anyway, thank you for watching. T-Man978, out of here.